Yes, so this is the hub for quality entertainment, as I keep saying, and this is where you have to stick and stay for your quality entertainment and all sorts of information from the world of art and entertainment. I am Eric Mello, and you're welcome to Daily Trends here on Pinax News. Don't forget to like, comment, and share for more content here on our page. Now, Nigerians, over the weekend went to the polls to actually cast their vote and decide who takes, the presidential seat or rules them after the incumbent or the outgoing president, Muhammadu Buhari, takes off his seat or says goodbye to the country. Now, before this election, we saw and heard so many revelations about the election. Some pastors and people who actually see in the spiritual realm coming out to reveal so much about who wins what and who God or his upon his consultant, his gods or ritualist or whatever has, come out to say that, okay, this person is going to win. Now, lead pastor and head pastor of the Christ Embassy Church, that's I'm talking about, Pastor Chris Oyakilome, also prophesied. I mean, his revelation went viral. So the lead pastor or the head pastor for Christ Embassy Church over the weekend during the elections or even prior to the elections actually gave some deep revelation saying that God has revealed that Peter Obi, yes, will be the chosen one or is the chosen one or God's preferred candidate, to rule Nigerians. Now, he made so many revelations saying that if the first person, apparently it was between APC, PDP, and the third force, Peter Obi, yes. And in no particular order, he said that when the first person is being voted for, there's no going to be a country. He also said that when the second person is being voted for, the country is going to be chaos or whatever like that. Now, the third person, he said that the third person's name is in the Bible. And of course, it was none other than Peter Obi. And his church congregants were so much elated over that comment or revelations he made. Now, the elections is over, and we saw a lot of razzmatazz at the elections. Now, though people have their own concerns or issues, surrounding the elections, some say the elections were, conducted in a very unruly way and very, very disturbing. Some said Reagan. I mean, we all saw the elections. If you didn't see or witness the Nigerian election, well, you lost so much. But don't worry, we're here to serve you with more information. Now, yes, back to Pastor Chris's statement. Now, apparently, it turns out that after the election, everything he said during his, his church revelation, saying that Peter Obi will be the chosen one to actually rule the Nigerian federal state, that's, the country, turns out not to be true. And so we are asking, what happened to the revelation, by Pastor Chris? I mean, people on the street are asking, Pastor Chris, was it a false prophecy that actually you stood in front of your congregants to reveal? Now, yes, upon the election or after the election, the one that won the election was still from the incumbent or the ruling party APC. That's Tinubu Bola Tinubu, who is still taking over from ruling or outgoing President Muhammad Buhari, coming from the same party, APC. Yes, and so people were asking, what happened to Pastor Chris's, revelation? Now, if you didn't, some very deep revelation saying that God's chosen person to rule the Nigerian federal state is none other than Peter Obi. So the elections is over now. Eyes are cleared. And we are still witnessing that still the APC, that's the incumbent, ruling party, is still ruling. So what happened to Pastor Chris's, revelation? I mean, on the internet, people are actually calling out the pastor to actually come and defend his revelation and defend what he actually said in the pulpit, saying that God has actually revealed that Peter Obi is going to be the one to rule Nigerian federal state. Now, INEC, that's the Independent National Electoral Commission, upon revealing the presidential or the president to rule the country. Apparently, APC won with 37%, margin, whilst Atiku Abubakar's party, that's the APC, sorry, PDP, also won with 29%, followed by the Labour Party. That's the third force that everyone, including most Nigerian celebrities, rooting for. That's Peter Obi's party. That's the Labour Party. Also, was in the lead with 25%. So that was how it turned out to be. Now, Pastor Chris is saying that Peter Obi is the one that God revealed to him to win the election. It turns out that Tinubu, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. Yes, Tinubu is the one that still is ruling the country. And so, what do you make of this? Do you think Pastor Chris was maybe had his, biases when it comes to this election, but tried to overshadow it or covered it with God's presence, saying that this is what God has revealed to him? Now, if you look at the margin between Bola Tinubu's, who had 37% as against Peter Obi's percent, that's 25%. You could see that there's kind of a huge gap between these two. Those suspicions was, on the internet saying that there were rigging or ballot racketeering or such, instances that happen in elections. Elections will always witness these things. But for a pastor like Pastor Chris Oyakilome, who is very popular for his preachings and, his deep revelations, apparently this is not the first time Pastor Chris's, revelation, or should I say, God's word from him has gone wrong or has gone south. In 2020, if I'm right, he also made similar revelation about U.S. That's Donald Trump, saying that Donald Trump is going to win the elections. Now it turns out that Biden was the one that actually won the election. So it looks like maybe God has taken his hands off the pastor. Now he's trying to be very controversial. I'm not saying, the internet and the people on the street are actually saying that Pastor Chris probably might not be seeing so well when it comes to the spiritual side of the gospel. So what do you think about it? This Nigerian election that actually happened over the weekend, and Pastor Chris also saying that Peter Obi was the preferred candidate by God. However, Tinubu, still from the APC camp, won. Now, yes, that's Pastor Chris is saying over there, and we played the video for you to watch. So let me kindly read some comment here coming from people, and this one is saying that it is sad for a lead pastor to actually say this. Well, who knows? Maybe it is true that God actually revealed this thing to him, but of course, Nigerians will always be Nigerians. Well, she's trying to say that apparently it may be true that God actually revealed this to him, but of course, vote rigging and all of that, happened, and so it's likely that the elections was rigged and was given in favor of the ruling government. That's Atiku Abubakar Bola. Sorry, I beg your pardon, Bola Tinubu from the APC. Yes. So yes, Pastor Chris, there people are calling you out to come out to defend. Now, Pastor Chris has not come out to defend or spoken about this revelation about the false prophecy, but the internet and people on the street are calling the head pastor of the Christ Embassy Church to actually come and explain this. We'll give you more information as and when this story unfolds, but don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more content. This is Benax News on Daily.